Welcome back. I'm glad you're still with us here. Let's get underway with the discussions this Friday, the 17th of October. Our Kickstarter is Modernizing Uganda's Justice System and the launching of Judiciary's Performance Enhancement Tool, or PET, as it's being initialized. Our guest this morning is James Ereemye Jumire Mawanda, the Head of Public Relations and Communication Registry at the Judiciary Uganda. He is with us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
On the 17th of October, which is today, Uganda's judiciary is marking a historic milestone with the official go live of the Performance Enhancement Tool, PET. I'm told it's a custom-made legal system that presents a major step in the judiciary's ongoing reform agenda, modernizing operations, enhancing accountability, as well as strengthening public trust. Get us underway.
Thank you. Good morning, viewers, and I want to thank you for being with us this morning. I bring you greetings from the Judiciary, the Honorable Chief Justice, and all the top management. Today, we, as you put it, are launching a milestone in the area of performance evaluation of our judicial officers and staff. Over time, a lot of a big sector of the population of Uganda and other policymakers have been grappling with the issue of performance. We have been asked questions, how do you measure performance of judicial officers? And I want to tell you that the judiciary embarked on a very comprehensive reform agenda to modernize these operations and improve accountability and enhance public confidence in service delivery. And among these was that special area of performance appraisal. You know, we have been under the traditional public service, whose appraisal system we found was not quite in tandem with the peculiarities of judicial work. And so the judiciary, under this reform agenda by the Honorable Chief Justice, came up with a deliberate, custom-made performance enhancement tool. And now this tool comes in to ensure that as we perform our duties, as we perform our function, judicial officers and non-judicial staff, performance is measured. And if measured, then good performance should definitely be rewarded. And that is what we are looking forward. And in so doing, we want to be able to track, to track case management, case backlog reduction, accountability, ethical issues, customer care, and all those related areas. A particular officer or staff of the judiciary has critical key performance indicators, and these have all been captured in the PET. And what's very interesting is this PET is web-based, because we wanted to apply a 360 degrees approach. Why 360? Unlike the traditional appraisal system of public service, where it's between the appraiser and the appraisee. Okay. This time around, we have created
another party. 7
areas.
Wow.
And you know what? Whilst we have the appraisee himself, we have his supervisor, the appraiser. But we have introduced even the peers. My peers should be able to say, am I performing well at my job? My supervisor should feed into the same appraisal. My subordinates, those before me, should speak about me, unlike previously what the case was. We have other actors in the justice system. We have people like the prosecutors, or state attorneys, We have advocates in private practice, They know a lot about us, and so they can speak to our competences and weaknesses, Where we have those weaknesses, we are able to tap in and prefer training.
Okay.
Then this is now the most interesting one, because we are talking about public accountability. The public has an input. And as we go along, I will show you how this 360 approach applies. So this has become one of our most recent innovations because we want to improve performance.
Okay, yes. That is essentially what inspired the judiciary to be able to come up with this PET. That's an interesting one. You talk about 360 degree. I don't want us to lose the train of thought on that. It is quite comprehensive when you say it is not appraisee and appraiser alone, but also a whole host of peers. 7 areas. Now, I am concerned, and I'm sure many within the audience will be. Fairness, confidentiality, and the pitfalls of workplace politics. Yes. If you're asking somebody who could be a subordinate or even a peer or a senior supervisor about my competences, and they are unable to be professional, and then they think because they don't like me because of one reason or the other, they give an opinion of me that is considered by the wider structure that you have instituted in appraising me, how do I say you've been fair? Now, of course, I want to tell you that this tool has been anchored on principles of accountability, objectivity, continuous improvement, and respect for judicial independence. Now, yours is something to do with how have we factored in elements of bias and all of that. And ill will. Ill will. And no, you see, no single participant in this has been allowed the exclusiveness to speak whatever they want to speak without checks and balances. There has been within the system checks and balances. For instance, I will tell you this, that there has been scores which have been allotted to every participant in the appraisal cycle. First of all, and I will give you this, for instance, myself, if I'm assessing myself as the appraisee, I have up to 15%. Okay? Okay. And then my supervisor has assessment about me up to 35%. Now 15% and 35% comes to 50%. Now when it comes to a subordinate, the subordinate has been allotted 10%. Okay? For whatever comments he's making, they must constitute up to 10%, and the system is scientific and is capable of computing up to that. Okay? Then peers, my peers, those I work with, okay, have been allotted up to 20%, their comments. As you feed in the system on the web, okay, the system allots the percentages up to maximum of 20%. Now, when it comes to other court users, okay, who we are going to use court user surveys, okay, we have advocates, prosecutors, government lawyers, the state attorneys, etc. Okay, they have each 5%. Okay, and then the public, whatever comments you make have been limited to 10%. The system computes automatically, and that adds up to 100%. Now, in so doing, of course, if somebody has made a negative comment about me, these different actors will neutralize it automatically. Because you as a state attorney having a problem with me as a judicial officer, okay, that comment, which constitutes the percentage of 5%, okay, will be equally mitigated by maybe my peer, my subordinate, or even my supervisor. Because the supervisor knows me too. My peers know me well. My subordinates do.
perhaps even the public. So you as an isolated individual, because we know we do a work where we displease and please.
That is right.
Now, in so doing that, the PET has been designed consciously knowing that there will be those situations. But we want objectivity. We are asking for objective evaluation of our staff, judicial officers and non-judicial officers. And if that is the case, what is it that we hope to achieve? We hope to achieve a lot of things, because through those comments that come in about somebody's performance, we are able to tell, does our person have a training need, for instance?
That is right.
You know, do we need some specialized training in some of these areas? Otherwise, if it was still limited to the appraisee in the traditional system, we are losing accountability. We are losing focus. We are realigning ourselves to our core mandate, service of the people.
Yeah, within what appears to be a very comprehensive model that you are rolling out, others would be concerned about how watertight the walls of confidentiality are when so many people are involved in what could be business or trade secrets for the judiciary.
Oh, yeah. So, but interestingly, you need to understand how web-based systems work.
Okay.
Web-based systems are designed in such a way that confidentiality is key. As I am doing my commentary, okay? My commentary about a particular individual is seen by the next player. Now, for instance, the public will give us their input, and we are going to use the customer court surveys, okay? Yeah. Where we go to these specific courts. We have a dedicated secretariat that's going to do that, and people fill in this information, which information will be processed. Now, once the information is input in our system, okay, the systems have securities and access points. So you may not be able to sneak peek into certain things, okay, but your comment will have been received effectively. And as it is input into the system automatically processes, and the result will come out. So issues of confidentiality, we have tested this system. Judicial officers have been trained onto it. They have accepted it. The beauty, you see, when you come up with the new things, which things are going to show whether you're working or you are not working, there is always resistance. But I want to assure you, our judicial officers have wholeheartedly appreciated the need for performance appraisal.
All right. Yes. I don't know whether the sentiment for the speed of dispensation of justice is something that many of them appreciate, and I don't know how this can be either identified or monitored within this. Are people allowed, especially those that have dealt with very controversial cases, so to speak, or areas of work? We know there are courts that are more flashpoint than others. If they, for example, deploy you to a certain place, your friends are like, there you go. You could also be like, dang, I've been deployed this, you know? How are these pitfalls going to be? I know they are one of the challenges. How is this being dealt with?
Now, we see, under PET, one important thing you should understand is that PET is intended to enhance performance.
Enhance performance,
It's a tool, okay? Which tool has been designed in such a way to incorporate all situations. We have been told that it has been customized to the judiciary. You know, the nature of our work is we do, for instance, I will use a simple example. We handle cases. Now, the determination of civil and criminal matters is the core mandate of the judiciary. Now, how are you able to assess this performance when we have those overriding situations? You find that a person, I will give you an example, a judicial officer working in the International Crimes Division, for instance, you know, those are very, very, very complicated cases.
Very, very complicated.
Even in the anti-corruption court, very complicated. There can even be a very complicated criminal matter in the criminal division, or even at a magistrate's court. Very complicated. So many issues, so many witnesses, so many exhibits, etc. And you may find another incident where a judicial officer is having cases which are, if I must use a simple language, which are simpler cases.
Okay.
Now, the rate of disposal at those different courts will be different. But doesn't mean that the one who is having one complicated case taking him 2 years to complete. We have now currently a Katanga case. You have seen how difficult it is and the number of witnesses. You remember the case of the bombings.
It's amazing.
The Chadondo case, it took so many years, you know. We had a case of Koyero. You saw how long it took. Are we going to say that these people, because they only disposed of one case in a period of time, that they are not performing? So we have incorporated within the PET all of those situations, and case weights have been developed.
Okay.
To attach, every case has an attached weight, considering complexities and other factors that hinder its faster tracking to disposal. And that enables the judicial officer to earn points. We call them the case weights.
Case weights.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
So, I may handle only 2 cases in a year, and I will be scored a performer under PET. Whereas somebody might do 50 cases, but because of the nature of the cases and the case weights attached to the kind of cases, the 50 cases he has handled, could equally make him a list performer. By and large, PET has catered for all those situations.
All right, as we enter the final bend of this interview, allow me bring a juxtaposition, so to speak. In the private sector, when performance enhancement assessments are rolled out, usually the code language is, this is organizational transformation that is going on.
Yeah, true.
Now, under the layers of organizational transformation comes recruitment and the need to relieve some people of their duties. In the public service, I don't know how it's done, but the undertones could be among certain circles that the judiciary is embarking on a massive restructuring that could see so many judicial officers lose their jobs. What is the assurance that you give those who might be a little bit cagey when undertaking this PET? Surprisingly,
ours has been a customized tool, and we have had consultative approach before it's rolled out.
That is right.
And I will tell you that PET has not come to make people lose jobs. No, in the judiciary.
Talk to them. They're watching morning.
Judicial officers and staff, PET has not come to make you lose your jobs. PET has come to enhance your performance. Okay? And as we enhance your performance, we have also programs to skill you on achieving the purpose of PET. And once we all work together and ensure that we keep our performance indicators realized, we keep our ethics and integrity in the service of Ugandans, we give accountability for whichever actions that we are doing, and above all, we are able to show value for money, then we are together. There is no threat, there is no fear. The beauty is that we have already engaged judicial officers and staff. We have done training with them. This time round, we want now to have the participation of other players.
All right, finally, the greater public trust and accountability on the part of the judiciary in as far as Uganda's justice system is concerned. I know this is designed to ensure that at the end of it all, we look at the judiciary and see an entity of the state that is working in the best interests of the public.
Absolutely.
Wrap it up.
Of course, I want to tell our viewers that the judiciary, in bringing forth the PET, is to bring public participation in the administration of justice. We have opened up to scrutiny. That's why we are asking that the public under the 360 degrees will participate with us. The other actors, like advocates, state attorneys who work with us, will participate with us and evaluate us, and our internal staffs. That will open up public accountability. And we believe when we move the 360, the public will understand the judiciary better, because they will have that aspect of inputting information that will guide performance planning, that will guide performance monitoring, that will guide development and capacity building, that will inform performance evaluation at the end of the day, and then rating and reporting. So for us, we want to assure you that this is the right way to go to enhance public accountability in what we do for the service of Ugandans. And I want to inform you that the Honorable the Chief Justice of Uganda will be officially launching this tool today. We are going live. It's a web-based system. Everyone from today will start participating in the evaluation of performance using the PET.
Thank you very much, Your Worship. Justice James Ereemye Jumire Mawanda, Senior Judicial Officer, Head of Public Relations and Communications Registry at the Judiciary of Uganda.
Yes,
I must say,
you always refer me as Justice. I love that title, and I take it in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
Yes, I'm His Worship James Ereemye.
Worship,
Yes.
Okay. Forgive our sometimes confusing references.
But I love it.
The blessing is there, no doubt.
Amen.
It's been a pleasure.
Amen.
Now, stay with us if you can. We have a conversation that is coming through, a continuation of the various milestones that have been reached, especially within the private sector, as part of Uganda's story in economics, that is independence, and this comes in celebration of independence that happened. Of course, we had our 63rd anniversary on the 9th of October.